Buongiorno, me is Crazy Charlie, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some of my dreams. Now, just to let you know, my dreams are kind of weird, if you hadn't already known that from my last video, because my last video I talked about some of my dreams. If you haven't seen it, there'll be a link to it in the description bar. I am going to be talking about my 5 of my dreams today. So there's one of them, if you've ever seen the second Jurassic Park movie, I think it is, in the ending, they bring the dinosaur to the city where all the people live, and there's this part where there's a boy sitting in bed and he just sits up and he sees like the dinosaur eating his dog and stuff. I had a dream that I was the boy. I had this other dream that I was in geography. So I was sitting in geography. Harry Norton was sitting one side and Eric was sitting the other side, and they both stood up and Harry just walked over to Eric and hugged him. And then Harry just fell through the floor and disappeared. And Eric wasn't bothered. Just sat back down again. You know the knife game where you have your hand on a table and then you get a knife and you do that and you stab the knife in between your fingers. I had a dream that Eric was playing that like in the middle of an art lesson or something. He stabbed himself and he went to hospital, and me and Darcy went to hospital with him. Me and Darcy were like, oh my god, and he was just there like, what? We all went into town afterwards and we saw Eric's mum and she slapped me around the face. Talking about being slapped, I had another dream where Jaden slapped me around the face. He just walked up to me and then thanks a lot, Jaden. This is the 5th and final dream I'm going to be talking about today, and probably one of the weirdest and kind of confusing, because it's confusing me. Quite a lot of people from school came to call for me to the park and everything was fine, and then they all came back to my house and we all had a sleepover at my house, bearing in mind that me and my friend were the only girls and the rest of the people were boys. And you know at airports, those things that luggage thing gets carried along? We all slept on one of them and it was revolving all night. I woke up and everyone had gone apart from me and one other person. And this boy, we walked out of my house and we were just like, we found everyone else just walking off and we were like, hey, wait for us. So they waited and we all walked to them, and then half of the people went and hid behind a bush, and there was me, my friend who was the girl, and this guy called Josh. We were just walking along the street on our own, not saying anything, when suddenly I turned around and Josh had turned into Jaden. And then one of the guys came and kidnapped. So that's the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a bit shorter compared to my other videos, but I think it's more fun to watch shorter videos, and they're kind of, I don't know, they're just nicer. So I hope you liked that. I'll leave a link to my Instagram and Twitter down below. It's Charlie signing out.